What is going on, everybody? And I hope you're having a fantastic Hump Day Wednesday so far. NYG Jeffy T85 here, and I'm here to bring you the Black and Blue Injury Report for Wednesday, October 26th, 2022, as the 6-1, yes, 6-1 New York Football Giants, they get ready for a game down in Seattle, Washington, against the Seattle Seahawks at 4:25 in Seattle. Giants actually had a couple of injury news updates that we just got today. And 3 players, count them, 3 players, have officially started their 21-day clock to officially get activated. And if they don't, they would be placed on season-ending injured reserve. And those 3 players are Matt Peart, who's coming off an ACL injury, Rodarius Williams, coming off an ACL injury, and Elerson Smith, who is dealing with a lower leg injury. All 3 of those players' 21-day clocks have officially started today, so that would mean they'd have to pretty much get activated in the game after Houston against Detroit. That would be their last window for activation, or they would be placed on season-ending injury reserve. And other players I reported earlier, and everybody else has reported, Nick Gates, he's officially been activated to the roster. He did practice today. I don't think he's going to be active in terms of like team roster. I don't think he's going to be active for the game day. I think they're going to wait until after the bye and then see how he continues to progress before they really make a decision of when he's going to play and where he's going to play. He's mostly been playing at guard and at center. And Matt Peart, Elerson Smith, Rodarius Williams, they obviously started practicing today, so their 21-day window to being activated started today. And Shane Lemieux, it sounds like that his window of opening to get ready for the season, it's going to start after the bye week. So you expect to see Shane Lemieux's 21-day active streak start up right after the bye when they play against the Houston Texans. Now, in terms of the injured players right now, some of them are pretty obvious. I mean, Evan Neal, Ben Bredeson, and Daniel Bellinger, they're obviously not practicing. Evan Neal, he's going to be 3 to 4 weeks out with a sprained MCL, second grade sprained MCL, after he banged up his knee against the Jaguars. Ben Bredeson, he's week to week with a sprained knee. Don't know when he's going to be back. He seems to be the closest out of the 3 to come back. And Daniel Bellinger has the broken orbital socket, so he might actually miss the rest of the season. They're still hopeful that the Giants can get Bellinger back sometime this season. They're obviously all out for the foreseeable future. Cor'Dale Flott, still out with the calf injury. Don't expect him to play this Sunday. He's going to be out. Probably waiting for him after the bye to see if they can get an evaluation and maybe get him on the practice field a little bit more in team and individual drills before they really decide on him. Oshane Ximenes with the quad injury. He's probably not going to play. He's out right now because of the fact he's been dealing with the quad. Probably reevaluate him after the bye. And obviously, of course, Kenny Golladay and Kadarius Toney, they're probably not going to be playing. They're not going to play this Sunday either. Don't expect them. Team is probably holding those 2 guys out until after the bye. Try to get them on the practice field. Golladay with the sprained MCL. Toney with the strained hamstring. Both those guys will probably be reevaluated after the bye week, and we'll get to see where these guys are in terms of getting back on the field and if they're ready to start getting ready for game shape against the Houston Texans or after that, because the Giants need help with that wide receiver position, and it'd be such a big benefit if we can get one or both of those guys back on the football field at that point. In terms of limited participants today, Tyre Phillips, the stand-in right tackle right now for the New York Giants with Evan Neal out and Matt Peart still coming back from ACL injury. Tyre Phillips is dealing with a toe injury. He's limited at practice today. That's not a great sign when you hear that your backup third string right tackle right now is dealing with a toe injury. He was limited. Hopefully, I think he's going to be okay. Jason Pinnock, who's been dealing with a foot injury, he was limited as well. Think they're just managing his snaps. And Leonard Williams, he's dealing with the elbow injury right now, so he's still coming back from a sprained MCL. He's now dealing with an elbow injury, so Leonard Williams has been banged up a lot so far this season. He was limited at practice today, but I don't think it's going to keep him out, so that's just something to monitor going forward in terms of him. So the Giants have a couple of guys that are pretty much on their way back in terms of being activated that haven't played at all this year. Elerson Smith with the lower leg injury. Matt Peart with the torn ACL. Rodarius Williams with the torn ACL. Nick Gates after the fractured tibia/fibia. They're back now. Gates has been activated. Just when are we going to see him possibly in game situations? And Peart, Elerson Smith, and Rodarius Williams, they're all right now just starting the 21-day clock to get activated, or they will be placed on season-ending injured reserve. Peart coming off the PUP list, and both Elerson Smith and Rodarius Williams coming off injured reserve, short-term injured reserve. So this is going to be interesting to monitor. And then Shane Lemieux will be the next guy as he comes off short-term injured reserve for when he was dealing with a toe injury that he suffered back in preseason. So these are 5 players to monitor in terms of coming off IR/PUP list going forward, and seeing if they're going to be able to make it back to the field and what type of contributions they might be able to give the New York Giants this season. And then in terms of the injured guys, once again, that are out right now with injuries or coming back and limited at practice, Daniel Bellinger, orbital fracture, eye injury. He's out for possibly the rest of the season. Don't know when we're going to see him. Ben Bredeson with the knee injury. He's week to week with a sprained knee. Don't know when we're going to see him back. And, of course, Evan Neal, sprained MCL, grade 2 sprained MCL. He's going to be out at least 3 to 4 weeks, maybe even a little longer. So don't expect to see him for at least until around maybe Thanksgiving. Maybe a little bit before, but probably around Thanksgiving is when you'll see Evan Neal. Cor'Dale Flott, strained calf. Think they're holding him out after the bye, and then they'll reevaluate him, see how he looks at practice. Oshane Ximenes with a quad injury, same thing. Reevaluate him after the bye, and then see how he looks after the bye week. Kadarius Toney, strained hamstring. Kenny Golladay, sprained MCL. They're both pretty much just doing jog, light running at practice. They're not going to play Sunday. Evaluate them after practice or after the bye week and see how they look. Maybe try to get them involved in some individual and some team activities, and then see where you can go. Also, you have to play into the factor the trade deadline is coming. So the NFL trade deadline is happening next Tuesday, so that's going to be something to monitor. If the Giants end up making any moves, I don't think they will, but you never know. Tyre Phillips with a toe injury, he's limited at practice. Jason Pinnock, foot injury, he was limited at practice. Leonard Williams, elbow injury, as well as still coming back from the sprained MCL. He was limited at practice too, so right now, Bellinger is in danger of missing his first game. Daniel Bellinger will miss his first game this Sunday. Bredeson as well as first game. Flott's going to miss his 6th game of the season. Golladay is going to miss his 4th. Kadarius Toney is going to miss his 5th game. Ximenes will probably miss his 2nd. And Evan Neal will miss his first game of the season. They're all probably not playing. Bredeson, Bellinger, and Neal are definitely out. Kenny Golladay, Kadarius Toney, Oshane Ximenes, and Cor'Dale Flott are most likely not playing. All evaluated. Well, Golladay, Toney, Ximenes, and Flott will all be evaluated after the bye week. Same thing with Elerson Smith. Same thing with Shane Lemieux. Same thing with Nick Gates. As well as same thing with Matt Peart. As well as Rodarius Williams. They'll all be evaluated after this. Phillips, I expect to play. Pinnock, I expect to play. And Leonard Williams, I expect to play. They're just limiting their snaps right now at practice. So that's all according to Dan Solomon of NewYorkGiants.com. And this is your Black and Blue Injury Report for October 26th, Wednesday, 2022. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYGJeffyT85 for more breaking news updates and chatter and injury updates surrounding the New York Football Giants. Turn on the bell for notifications like in the next video or short that's going to drop on the channel surrounding the New York Giants. And let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the injury report and some of the positive news about some of the guys that have been on injured reserve and the PUP list, and that they might be making their way back to the team in the coming weeks, especially after the bye, where it's going to be an evaluation week for a lot of these players coming off injuries. So I thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Hump Day Wednesday. Take it easy, and as always, let's go New York Football Giants. Together blue, everyone.